here it is, the bench grinder and bench vise turntable. The idea is I didn't want to take up a lot of the edge space on the counter, so I created this turntable. And I can use the grinder, rotate it around. Now I got the vise. Also, it's completely portable. And I set it up in a way where I can just pull this center pin. I'll show you. I'll pull the pin right here. And now, just roll it completely out of the way. So I can clean under here, or I can, if I have some need to use that space, I just put the pin back in, it's back functioning as a turntable again. So let me show you how we put this thing together. So it starts off with a yellow pad, a scribbled plan, 4x4, piece of 1/4 inch flat steel, a bearing, some parts from Amazon and the local hardware store, a brass collar, a 3/4 inch bolt, some washers. So we start out by choosing a place on the workbench to put the turntable. So I'm choosing this corner on the left-hand side, leaving all the rest of the workbench for everything else. I want to mount a wheel bearing in the middle of the workbench, flush mounted, recessed in there like that, because I don't want a stud sticking up and stuff like that. I want to be able to just pull out a pin and just roll that thing out of the way without having to lift it up and stuff like that, because it's pretty heavy. And making it easy to roll out of the way allows me to clean underneath it and stuff like that, and access that part of the workbench if I ever need it. Now I wanted to reinforce underneath the workbench because it's like 3/4 inch board there, but you know that's not gonna be good enough. So I decided to use a 4x4 with a 1/4 inch steel plate inset into the 4x4, and then drilled a hole through it, obviously a 3/4 inch hole to accept the pin. Now, once that reinforcement is under there, directly under the bench surface like that, now that wheel bearing will sit right on top of that metal, and then we'll use some washers to shim it up so that it's exactly flush with the top of the workbench. So I didn't want that metal plate moving around, so I just drilled a couple holes and countersunk a couple of screws in there so they're below the surface of the metal plate, and I can bolt that 4x4 and plate up there where it's flush to the bottom of the workbench surface. All right, I have the hole drilled in the bench surface with the 4x4 steel reinforced underneath it. I'm just going to drop in the spacer, then the bearing, and then again the turntable will ultimately ride on this inside race right here. I'm not worried about this swallowing around here. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not spinning this at high RPM or anything. I just needed to support this outside ridge, the outer side of the bearing, independently. So I made this little spacer here that doesn't contact the inside of the bearing. So when I drop it in there, it spins nice and free. And then of course the turntable will go on top, and the bolt will go to the turntable. So I got to wallow out that bottom washer a little bit. It'll help pump the die grinder. We wallowed out that hole a little bit, throw in the washer, drop in the bearing, and now, boom, just like that. This will go through the turntable. So let's work on the turntable platform. So I picked up this 1 inch by 24 inch board at Menards. It's pretty cool. It's like $15, something like that. I looked up online how to find the center of a circle. That's how you see those lines drawn on there. So I did that and drilled a pilot hole to make sure that I had it. I actually thought about making it sort of eccentric. I thought there might be a use for that, but in the end I decided I'm just going to have it spin from the middle. So next I cut the sides off the turntable because when I turn it about 90 degrees, that will give me a good space of workbench on the edge. So when I'm working with long pieces of wood, that thing won't get in the way. And then I lined up where I wanted to put all of the rollers, and I stained it with a black stain. All right, so we're working on the platform now. Now I've drilled a 7/8 inch hole here, and I've used one of these collared sleeves. It's brass and knocked it into there. And I'm gonna use this one on the other side. I'm gonna have to cut some of this off a little bit because there's about a 1/4 inch difference. But I'll use this on the other side for the bolt head to make contact too. And then I've got lined up here, I gotta measure them out yet, but I've got these little rollers lined up like this. And I'll just drill a little a little hole, the flat bottom, to accept these little rollers, and then I'll glue them in. And then the key will be to shim that bearing in the workbench to the point where there's perfect clearance, where the rollers are contacting, but not carrying all the weight. We want the bearing to carry the bulk of the weight, and the rollers just sort of contact when they need to. Anyway, let me get to it. There's 10 holes in all. Instead of just squirting it in there, I've got a brush. I put some on a board. I'm just gonna brush it in. I've done all these. I've just got about 3 to go. So I'm just gonna brush it in there, not get any in the bottom. I mean, it would dry anyway, but I just don't wanna, they don't bottom out regardless, so probably over concerned, but there's that. I'm just giving them a little taparoo. Taparoo. All right, so here's the underside of it with the rollers installed. Also the brass flange using carriage bolts on the bottom. I had to grind them down, if you can see. I had them grind them down so they didn't sit lower than the rollers. Anyway, so there's your bearing. Set it right here. Line it up. Take the big bolt. Whoops. It'll line it up better. There you go. That's exactly right. I got it sitting kind of on the bearing and kind of on the rollers. So this should work out really good. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm going to mount up the vise and the grinder. So last thing, some of y'all might be wondering where I got that pin with a handle on it. Actually, it's just a 3/4 inch bolt, and I have these things laying around from one of those, you know, like a kit that you use for slat board or whatever. So I just cut this off and welded it. Yeah, I'm working on welding now. I got a little, you know, flux welder, and I'm not very good at it, but I'm getting there. Welded that to the top of the bolt. Works like a charm. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you build one of these things. It's going to work out really well. I think I'm kind of excited about it. And I want to thank you for watching the video, of course. And do me a favor, click a like, subscribe if you like. I don't do a lot of videos, so if you hit subscribe, you're not going to get a lot of, you know, videos presented by me. I just do one when I think there's something interesting to share. And then share it with your friends. Share it with people that you might think might get something out of the video. Cool? All right. Thanks.